guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how I make my wigs, and I'm just showing you guys the lace frontal I'm going to be using for this wig. And I got this hair from AliExpress. I'll link it all down below. The things you need for this process: you need 40 volume developer, you need a mixing bowl, you need some bleach. I'm using the L'Oreal brand. You need a kind of brush to mix the products in. You need a dye, and then you need aluminum foil and your gloves. So here I'm just mixing in the bleach with the developer, and I just put a tiny bit of the developer, and it's meant to look like a thick paste just so it doesn't seep through the lace while you're bleaching. So I'm just tapping the bleach onto the lace, and I'm being very gentle with it just so I don't apply too much pressure and the bleach doesn't seep through the lace. And I just apply it all over the closure, and then I use the aluminum foil just to cover it to speed up the process, and I leave this on for 40 minutes. Now I'm just rinsing the bleach off after the timer was over, and I'm just being very careful to wash off all traces of the bleach, and I'm using the Neutralizing shampoo just to make sure I get all the bleach off. And I just use this to thoroughly wash the hair. And now it's time to dye the closure just to get rid of the orangey look. And I'm just pouring some of the dye into a bowl, and then I'm putting some very hot water, and just be careful during this process. And now I'm putting the hair into the mixture, and I'm going to leave it in there for like 5 minutes, and then I just wash it off, and then I put the lace frontal onto my wig head just so I can tweeze. And now I'm just tweezing, trying to get as much hair out as possible just so I can have a natural hairline. And this is all the hair I got out, and this is my wig cap, which I'm going to use to create the wig. So I put the wig cap onto my mannequin head, and I just use these pins just to secure it. And then I'm gonna start by sewing on my frontal onto the wig cap, and this just helps you just to give you a guide to know where to put the rest of the weave. So I'm just starting by the edge of the ear, and I'm just going all the way around. And to sew the frontal, you kind of have to do it side by side, so you can't just do one stitch all the way around. You have to do one side and then stop halfway, and then go to the other side and then stop halfway, if that makes sense. So I'm just sewing the rest of the hair onto the wig cap, and I'm just starting from the back, and I sew it just all the way up until it gets to the edge where the closure starts. So this is just me closing up with the stitches, and I try to make it as close to the frontal as possible. So this is the finished look, and I'm just gonna put on the wig, and I use the elastic band method just to put on my wig. I'm gonna link a few videos down below that shows in depth of how to do the elastic band method. And I'm just adjusting the wig on the sides and brushing it out. I'm using the Cream of Nature Argan Oil hair moisturizer, and I'm just applying this generously all over the hair. And then I'm gonna use the Mark Anthony. This is also an argan oil, but this is in a different form. It's kind of lighter and it's just a spray oil. And this is what I'm gonna spray over the hair and just use a brush to brush that in. Now I'm gonna work on the baby hairs, and I'm just using a comb just to section out the hair, and I'm just sectioning out just a little section in the front, just enough to kind of create the baby hairs. And I'm using the scissors and I just cut diagonally to the length that I want. So I keep cutting until I feel satisfied. And I also do the same to the other side. It was kind of hard cutting the other side because I'm right-handed, but I made it work. And this, you just have to take this in gradual steps. Just cut a little at a time, just so you because once you cut too much you can't go back. So now it's time to curl the hair, and I'm using my curling wand by Remington, and I'm just taking the hair in little sections, and I'm just gonna wrap that around the wand. And this is how the curls look. It's so pretty, and I'm not going in any particular direction. I just want loose waves, and it doesn't matter like whether you curl towards your face or not. To secure the wig even more, I'm gonna take the Got to Be Glued, and this is just the hair gel, it's not a glue. And this is the invisible version because they have another version that's like in a yellow tube. And I just use this to lay my edges and also the baby hairs of the wig. And this just gives a really natural look to it. And I find that this helps to also hide the lace, so you can't see where the lace starts on my forehead and where my natural hairline starts. So yeah, just lay those edges with a toothbrush, an old toothbrush. And this is the final look, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned a thing or two from this video. Also, I have a makeup tutorial coming up on this look, which I have on in this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.